You know, I love using stories, analogies and metaphors in my work, in my speaking, in my teaching and in my writing, because they're a powerful tool for storytellers, because essentially that's what creators like myself are. Storytellers, tellers of stories, narratives of lived experience or experiences lived. We use the power of narrative to hopefully help bring change for the better. We use our personal experience, strength and hope to try to help educate and hopefully inspire others to want to make that change too. However, every once in a while we come across criticism from people, often trolls, using a certain analogy that a leopard can't change its spots. So let's look at that, shall we? Now, whilst the statement is technically true, it's somewhat of an oxymoron and it lacks context. And not to mention, it's a bit lazy and lacking in imagination. No, a leopard cannot change its spots because those spots are defined by DNA. They're defined by its genetics. It is a physical attribute unable to change. It is a leopard, not a chameleon. And I get that often the person using that analogy is trying to imply impossibility, but comparing physical attributes with behavioural characteristics makes the whole point invalid. You see, as humans, we can control certain aspects of our lives. We can dress a certain way, we can modify our bodies to an extent with body sculpting and accessories and art like tattoos, and we can control what we wear and how we present ourselves. And indeed, a leopard can't change its physicality, but it can change its temperament. It can be tamed. A wild leopard is as capable of love as a tame leopard is as capable of forgetting its training and acting out of natural instinct. We are capable of so much more. We are capable of change, of learning, despite our pasts, our traumas, our upbringings. Me and my own story aside, look at men like Lee Marvin Hitchman, Frank Portinari, Ray Bishop and Terry Ellis. These are all men who have lived violent, criminal, dishonest pasts. And they now use their retrospective platforms to help educate on change. Just like that wild leopard is capable of love and the tame leopard is capable of violence, we too are capable of making a choice. The choice to change our behaviours and use our stories as tools to teach about change. And really, it's not even about change, it's about growth. You see, our stories, they become something different. They take on a whole new life when we flip and change the narrative. We're capable of so much more because we are the authors of our own stories. We are the architects of our own lives. So, would you like to change your own narrative? If you would, drop a comment below. Be blessed.